Hello and welcome to another exciting session of Writing SQL with Brother Baron. I am Brother Baron, your host, and we're going to get into it. So I'm going to do a difficult problem that's a little harder than an exam tier problem, and we're going to do it step by step. So I need you pausing the video frequently so that you can guess or you can work on the incremental step. Don't just watch me do it. It's not going to help. You got to learn this stuff, okay? I'm going to take apart this problem and show you how I think about it, as well as how I try and solve the problem. It says, show me all the data from the film table where the rating is equal to whatever the outcome is below. So that tells me this is a parent right here, and then there's going to be a where this subquery needs to be in the where clause, okay? This subquery right here. Like we're going to find apparently the rating, but we're ultimately, the last step will be select star from film where rating equals something. Okay. I want to see total character length. Okay, so I would say pause the session and do this part first. Okay, so I'm going to keep going as if you've already paused and done this, but let's keep going. I want to see total character length of title, average rental rate, and the highest replacement cost by rating. So that by tells me we've got a group by here. But instead of using the typical ratings, use the following rating logic. So we have a case statement right here. Okay, so we're bucketing. And then lastly, it says filter the pre-aggregate. So that's going to be a where clause. And it's pre-aggregate, so we know it's where, not having. To exclude some table, some information that we don't have without writing another query. So this is a subquery. So filter or where clause the pre-aggregate data to exclude, and then again, some data we have to get using a subquery. We'll get here later, but let's do this part first. So hopefully you paused the video and you did this part. So I want the sum of the length of title, and I want the average of rental rate and the max of replacement cost by, but we don't want it by rating. We want it by these custom buckets, which are a derivative of rating. So that's where we're case when rating in PG, then child. When rating in PG-13 or R, adult. When rating equal to NC-17, then no, else Sag, and as buckets. Okay, so we just did this part. Let's go now to this filter from film. And we're going to filter this, but again, we know it's in the where because of the pre-aggregate. Where replacement cost. And another way to read this is include replacement costs that are 70%. Well, no, actually, I just want to exclude here. Well, actually, greater. It says excluded if it's 30, so that means include everything above this. I guess we could think about it that way. So where replacement cost greater than, select the average of, or excuse me, yeah, replacement cost from film times 0.3. So this would give me 30% of the average, and we just need to make sure our stuff is bigger than that. Bigger. So replacement cost needs to be bigger than 30% of the average. Okay? So we've got that done. Again, you should be pausing as we go. Don't do anything until you've done it first, then you can watch the response. Once you get this data, filter that result. That's a having because we have data and now we're filtering it after. And by the way, from where group by, we need to finish our group by, which in this case, that's an aggregate, that's an aggregate, that's an aggregate. That's the only thing we can filter on. Buckets. Okay, so when I read, once you get this data, filter that result, that's a post aggregate filter. So that's a having. And if we run this, let's run this together. So this is what your result should be so far. And we need to filter this. So this would be, we need to filter this to only include the highest value. So that we can get to this adult. So having having this guy greater than the max, well, greater than, you're going to need to run this again, CTE. And you're going to take, watch what happens, bear with me, as litotes. And then we're going to take the max, select the max of litotes from here. And so that gives us, what is that? Let's transfer this over so we can see this better. What does that give us? Select the max of this gives us the highest sum length. So then we could just say, give me this, because this says filter, or once you get this data, filter the result to only show the single highest new rating category based on which have the most total character lengths. This is going to show us the number of the most character lengths. So put that right here. We're going to create a subquery right here, and we're going to paste this in again right here. So now you see this having the sum title length is equal to the max of what we just did. This is like some inception stuff going on here. Now CTE would clean this up, but I think this is valuable doing it this way as well. So what did we just do? We said once you get this data, so we have this data, this is our having. Filter our data using a having to show the highest new rating category, which we now are showing, or at least we're going to run this based on which had the most total character length. So if we run this now, we should only see one line, which is the highest character length line. My bad. There we go. Wait, no. Every derived character having some, yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. No, just kidding. Oh, there we go. We're missing it on that one. Select from, yeah, we don't need an alias in the where having. Come on, Brother Baron. Okay, now we can do this. Okay, now, so notice our result. We have one line. So now, show me, once you get this data filter result, we've done that. Show me all data from the film table. So now I can finally say select star from film where, and it says rating is in equal to whatever the outcome is below. So if we run this, we're getting adult. So let's give our categories again. Okay, select star. Now I have my categories back in so we can filter by them. Else, wait, I didn't grab my end as. Okay, so now that that's happened, I can say from film having rating in, or having buckets, I should say, buckets in right here. Now let's rerun this query. What is it showing us? Well, okay, we need one more. Yeah, we need one more. We could do another subquery here because we just need to get the buckets. So select buckets from here, and then that's funny. So now if I run this, I'm only getting adult, and that's what I'm going to pass in here. Select star from the film, put in the buckets, having buckets in, and now we got the buckets from this crazy query we ran. So now if I run this, only adult films, which are PG-13 and R, should appear. They look like that is the case. And so that is our wild and wacky. So I'm going to put this over here so you can see this better. That's one way to do that.